Welcome to Pop Culture Roulette for all your pop culture needs. We're America's podcast. Okay, so we had discussed the episode that we were going to do, and we were like, hey, let's all talk about rabbits. You know, Easter's coming up, it's fall. Um, I don't Jeremy was the one who actually came up with the idea. So, Jeremy, how's it going?
Yo.
All right. Justin immediately jumped on board. Justin.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and I was all set for it. Seemed like it was going to be a fun topic, an easy topic. It was going to be just a fun little episode, and it was going to be no problem. And then
But
Tuesday happened.
there's a problem.
Yeah. So I mean I've been pretty clear. I mean I've been pretty open about the fact that I own a lot of animals.
Yeah,
Um, two of them being rabbits. One of them was Hershey. He was 10. And then there's Wade. He's 7. Yeah, 7.
like Wade Wilson,
Yes, actually, that's what we named him after. We named him after Hershey. We got from the shelter.
Pennsylvania.
No, Hershey we got from the shelter, so he came with the name. Hershey was found on the side of the road in a box. Somebody just threw him out.
What's wrong
Um,
with people?
I don't know. Hershey was one of the kindest, most gentle rabbits I've ever owned in my life. I've owned quite a few rabbits. Growing up, we had rabbits. We had Samson and Oreo. We had, I think, Buttercup we had for a while. Like, I've always had some kind of, not always, but I've had rabbits in my life for long stretches of time. But I mean, I think you've probably already put two and two together by the context in which certain words I've said. When I got home Tuesday from work, I found Hershey passed
Oof.
in his cage. Well, he was 10, and 10 is pretty old for an English flop. He was a great little bunny. We tended to call him the Matthew McConaughey of bunnies because he was just so chill and laid back. He would just always kind of like hang out and look at you like, hey,
All right, all right, all right.
yeah, like he was always just, he was just there. Like he was always there for, I mean, I don't understand why you would just throw an animal out in a box on the side of the road to begin with. If you didn't want it anymore, you couldn't take care of it, just take it directly to the shelter. That's a horrible thing to do. Rabbits that are born in captivity are not able to take care of themselves in the wild. Cats are 50-50. Dogs definitely can't. But it's better to take them to the shelter and give them at least a fighting chance. And we ended up getting one of the best rabbits that we've ever had. I mean, not to take away anything away from Wade because Wade's still alive, but Hershey was just like I said, he was super laid back and super chill. He liked to just hang out and like we could actually we didn't do it in a while because there was some sort of rabbit disease running around the country, but we could let him run around in the yard and he wouldn't like try to run away. Like he just kind of just was like, "Hey, cool. Like I get to hang out outside. Like awesome."
Yeah, look at all this nature. Okay, I'm tired. Let's go back in.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you know, he's obviously he's been old for a while. I mean, it happens. So I haven't really taken him out of his cage very much recently because we were pretty sure he was completely blind because you could tell by the way his eyes were, and we weren't 100% sure if he could hear very much anymore. So it wasn't a complete surprise. Because 10 is definitely the top end of life expectancy for that type of rabbit. But still, it doesn't. We've had him. pretty much for almost 10 years. So,
Hmm.
so this week's topic became a little harder to do. This is it's was not the kind of synergy that I like, when we plan these episodes out.
That's all right.
When
I barely have a list ready anyways, so who cares?
but
That may have been what I said when I got down. But we're supposed to do anything?
um but I mean it's always nice when like we plan to talk about something and like something happens in the news that's like, "Oh yeah, great." But this is not the kind of thing that's like, I want to happen, So that was not a fun day coming home from work on Tuesday and then having to go dig a hole in your yard.
Hmm. Well,
So,
thanks for listening, everyone. Uh, see you next week.
well, I mean, let's try to bring the energy up. Let's not leave it like that. Let's talk about something more fun. Let's talk about, well, I guess to honor Hershey or just to honor, all the rabbits. Let's talk about our favorite rabbits, pop culture rabbits, not our favorite real rabbits, because that's a little harder to do. So,
I
we
mean, I had pet rabbits as a kid. I could name
yeah.
two of them, maybe. If I can, I don't know if I can even remember their names.
Yeah. Uh, Anyway, let's try to get the energy up and make this episode a little bit more fun, so it's not a complete downer. So, all right. It is springtime. It is Easter's around the corner. Hopefully, I will have gotten this out by the time Easter comes out. So this is not a but the Easter Bunny is one, and maybe he'll show up on one of these lists. Who knows? We'll go. Let's do our favorite, our top five favorite pop culture
Wow.
based rabbits.
No history of like the Easter Bunny for us today.
I did no history of the Easter Bunny. I've got a couple notable rabbits we can talk about. But I figured we would go through our list of what we, like I said, this episode became a lot harder to do than I had originally anticipated it being. So
What do you think jelly beans have to do with Easter? Why is it like this good flavored jelly beans come out just around Easter? What is the correlation between Easter bunnies and jelly beans?
I
Is
don't
that
don't know.
like, you're letting us down here. Usually you do the information.
I barely understand why the Easter Bunny why Easter is associated with a rabbit to begin with. So, I mean, because Easter is about the resurrection of Jesus, and the Easter Bunny is a giant anthropomorphic rabbit who brings candy. I
Hmm.
mean, rabbits tend to symbolize like growth, nature. Like they bring good luck. They're they tend to symbolize spring, virility. So I think the Easter Bunny is more to do with like the fact that we're in spring and then they've just rolled it into Easter to kind of. But I don't know why, because rabbits don't lay eggs. So I don't know why all of a sudden eggs are part of it, like the Cadbury cream eggs. I guess jelly beans are kind of like eggs.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. That's all like I'm pretty sure we've talked about it on here. How many bags of sweet tart jelly beans I eat every Easter season,
Well,
because those are the best jelly beans.
yeah, the sweet tart jelly beans, the Jolly Rancher jelly beans are pretty good. I mean, obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Jelly Belly jelly beans.
The Nerds ones aren't bad.
Yeah, I don't like the Brock's,
The
like
classic
the
ones,
classic ones, like
and
just the
yeah,
straight, like, you know.
yeah, they're not good.
How about you, Jeremy? What's your favorite jelly bean?
Geez. Probably Starburst ones.
Those
Is
are good.
it like the all red ones or just
I
all of them?
I think all of them.
I mean, I've probably eaten seven, maybe eight bags of the sweet tart one so far this year.
And I'm the one with diabetes.
Life's a cruel, cruel thing
Little
sometimes.
bitch.
But yeah, and they're only out for Easter. And I'm like, why is it
But I mean, you can get
jelly
the
beans are specific for Easter?
Well, the good ones are only around Easter time, but you can get like the Brock's jelly
Yeah,
beans
those
like
are
year round. But
we've already established that those are crap.
well, that's true, especially the black ones.
Oh, hey now, I like black jelly beans.
Ugh.
Black licorice is the worst candy imaginable.
I also like black licorice. Good and plenty's.
No, ugh.
Ah, Jeremy, you want to talk some sense into him?
No. I hate black candy. It's all gross. I agree.
I didn't know it was just me that liked black licorice and black jelly
I
beans.
mean, black licorice is definitely a minority candy opinion. It's not good. Like most people I know don't like it. Like Good and Plenty's are awful. Like honestly, like with Jelly Bellies, like you don't, it's not a movie theater candy because like you got to make sure you don't eat the black ones, the licorice ones.
Ugh.
Um,
There's nothing wrong with those though.
they're horrible.
Uh,
Also the other problem with Jelly Bellies is they'll try to sneak in the coffee ones, and I know I'm in the minority when it comes to hating coffee, but
I don't like. I like the smell of coffee. I don't like the taste. I was talking about that today.
I think
I
that
don't. It could just because it's a hot. Like I don't like hot beverages, except for
yeah.
hot chocolate in winter.
Not a fan of hot beverages, even hot. I mean, I will do hot chocolate in winter occasionally, but even then, like,
Yeah, like when you come in from shoveling or something, hot chocolate.
Hmm. Yeah,
But otherwise, yeah, I don't like hot teas, hot coffees, hot ciders.
I'll do hot
Hmm.
tea if my throat is sore, if I'm not feeling well. But yeah, hot drinks not for me.
Jeremy,
I like hot drinks.
do you like coffee?
Hmm.
Like I like
That
frappuccinos and frappes, but that's basically like just sugar.
that's true.
I can't stand the smell or taste of coffee. Like, it can't.
That's
It's just
crazy.
it's just gross to me.
Wow.
Huh.
So, all right,
How's it?
well, right in. Tell us your opinion on jelly beans. Tell us what your favorite ones are, or what why do you think that you can only buy the good jelly beans around Easter? Why they don't have Halloween jelly beans?
Why don't they have Halloween jelly beans? What
Well,
flavors would those be? Like those nasty, weird toffees that come in those black and orange packages, the
Oh
paper
yeah.
wrappers.
maybe. Or maybe because like you can't get candy corn year round. The candy people can only make jelly beans part of the year and then they got to make candy corn the rest of the year. Like, they got to
Mhm.
switch the factory over.
Yeah.
Well, get rid of the candy corn and keep the jelly beans year round.
All right, well, we'll have to start a campaign to get jelly beans year round.
Just, yeah.
All right. So who wants to start with their one of their favorite pop culture rabbits?
Jeremy, fire away. This was your idea.
Okay, I'd love to. Let's see. Jazz Jackrabbit. You know who that is?
Nope.
I do not.
The video game character on DOS, and he tried to rival Sonic and other mascots that were popular at the time. He was a green rabbit that went pretty fast, but not as fast as Sonic. But it was some fun games. It was back in the day when you had a bunch of freeware like loaded onto your computer, and you could get
Oh
like you
yeah.
could play like the first like three episodes, and then it'd be like, all right, now pay the bundle.
Hmm.
And they were, yeah, fun little games, but he never really made it as the successful mascot that they were hoping.
All
He's
right.
in my heart.
All
I'd say
right.
still lives in your heart. So that's a
Yeah.
good one. All right. Let me go down my list here. Pick one. I'll try to stay in the same vein that Jeremy did. I'm gonna go with the Super Bunny Men, which is a video game on Steam where you and your friend wear bunny costumes, and the only thing you can do is hop and grab, and you got to pass these levels and find the giant carrot and escape through the vortex with it. I know me and Jeremy played it. We had quite a few laughs while doing it, and I've played with a couple other friends, and it's not always a good time. One of those
Jeez.
like couch co-op games.
Okay. I've never played this game, either of these games.
Mm.
Um,
You don't know what you're missing.
Apparently not. I'll have to come over one day and we'll have to play Echo and the Bunnyman. No, wait, that's the band. All right. My number one is the killer rabbit of. You know what? Let's just say he's a killer rabbit. From Monty Python and the Holy Grail. He's got fangs like this, and he can jump 50 feet. And look at the bones! The bones! Yeah. I used to have, well, somewhere in the basement down here, I'm sure, unless it's been eaten by moths, I have a stuffed killer rabbit that I got. He had like blood on his teeth, and it was,
Nice.
All right.
I, it's such a ridiculous scene because, like, here's all these knights, and they come across this little white fluffy bunny who all of a sudden like can like jump and like starts ripping their heads off. It's ridiculous. If you haven't seen the movie, shame on you.
Mhm.
All
Yeah,
right.
nice. All right. Let's go with another video game themed one. This is another mascot that didn't really take off, but this is the Tecmo Rabbit. If you've ever played any of the popular Tecmo games for Nintendo, you'll see this bunny pop up as their little mascot before the game starts. And, specifically, the biggest one that I remember it from is Tecmo Super Bowl, because I see it in our tournaments. Um, Tecmo Rabbit. Actually, I don't even know in that game if it pops up before the starts, but I've seen that rabbit. And it's been shoehorned in various things as their mascot for the Tecmo Corporation.
Did you do the Tecmo tournament last year?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't remember you talking about it, but
It was disappointing. There was nothing to
oh,
talk about.
oh,
I,
okay.
I don't know if I even know what this rabbit looks like that you're talking about from
It's
these
like a
games.
very generic rabbit.
Huh.
Tecmo rabbit.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
got like a
playing.
red shirt that says Tecmo on it.
Huh. Like I remember playing Tecmo Bowl and all that stuff, but
Yeah,
I
I
I
don't
don't really
even
remember the
know.
rabbit.
I don't I feel like he does pop up during the game screen. I know he's definitely somewhere on like the box or the manual, but it's just one of those things. Like they don't like use him for anything. Like they don't have like
Um,
a game featuring that guy. They
no,
should
there,
have.
there he is, right there.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's it. That's my two.
All right.
All right. I don't have anything else in the video game realm to go with. I'll go into let's go into TV here for mine. First one. Second one, technically, I guess. I went with Buster Baxter from the show Arthur.
Oh yeah.
He's Arthur's best friend.
Okay.
Aw.
He's what is he? White? Is he White Rabbit? I believe so.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's always making jokes. He loves food, you know. It's very, very relatable.
Definitely.
I remember, we didn't have cable growing up, and that was one of the cartoons I used to like to watch after school on what was that, PBS?
Yeah. I
Back
definitely watched a lot of that too.
back when I only had 6 channels to choose from. And now I have all these channels and I can't find anything to watch.
Sick.
Once again, proving how much of an age divide there is between the three of us, because Arthur was definitely, I was already, I think, probably in college by the time Arthur came around.
Arthur's been around for a long time. I mean, pull that up quick. Well, what
There were
year did you start college?
96.
that was
Yeah.
It started in 96.
Yeah. So yeah, I was in college when Arthur started, so I was not watching Arthur.
there were
253 episodes.
wow, that's a good run.
That is a good run. I mean, I have no disrespect for it. I just never watched it, so.
So
O-
wholesome.
October 7th, 96 to February 21st of 2022.
Oh,
And they only
jeez.
did 250 something episodes?
Must
253
have had like a break or something.
half-hour episodes.
Oh, okay. All right.
253 episodes, 493 segments.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, good for them. All right.
And some books. There was some books too.
There was some Arthur books, yeah.
I feel like they maybe made some lots of Arthur merchandise. I mean, I'm aware of
Mhm.
Arthur. I'm not saying that I didn't know it existed. I just,
I'll randomly come across Arthur merchandise at like Dollar Trees, like some knockoff Arthur stuff.
well,
Ah,
PBS is probably, well, some version of PBS is probably still running episodes. Like,
I think once in a while there's what that PBS Kids channel. I think occasionally they will put that on there.
all right.
did you watch a lot of PBS?
Yes.
Do you
I
ever Zoom?
I yes, with the kids.
Yeah.
I said growing up I had like the 8 channels.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was in Memphis in the 80s, PBS was, pretty highly watched. That was, you know, I mean, granted, it was probably Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Reading Rainbow and, well,
PBS is where I would also watch some of the British stuff.
that's
Oh
where I
yeah.
watched a lot.
Yeah,
After it
like
switched from
Red,
kids programming to adult
yeah,
programming,
like Red Dwarf.
yeah, I didn't, that's,
That would come on like Saturday after like Saturday nights on PBS.
I don't remember.
Mr. Bean, Faulty Towers.
I don't remember what they called it, but they had some sort of weekly like murder mystery show where like it'd be like a Sherlock Holmes movie or an some sort of Agatha Christie based movie or some British murder mystery that my mom would love to watch, so we'd watch it with her. And you know
Yeah.
I remember they had some sort of weird like animated opening for every one of them that I
Yes. And like the building corner would fall and stuff.
yeah, like,
I vaguely remember that opening.
and we would watch random like British sit shows and various different things. PBS was great back in the day. I don't know what it does now, but
Yeah.
that also since I didn't have cable until 96, PBS probably got aired a lot more on my TV because it was, like you said, one of 6 channels that I got. So,
Mhm.
Same.
all right, my number two, I'm gonna cheap out. I'm not gonna go obscure like you guys have gone. I'm going Bugs Bunny.
That's fair.
Nice.
Classic Bugs
Classic,
Bunny.
what is there to say about Bugs Bunny? I mean, I'll still occasionally watch a Bugs Bunny cartoon, and even if I've seen it 100 times, like I'll get a chuckle. You know.
Yeah, they've like all the movies and all that other stuff they've made too.
Yeah,
I wonder how many kids these days don't know who Bugs Bunny is.
I would be shocked if
Probably a lot, actually.
you think so. You think even with all of them, well, even with because it's Space Jam
But yeah, I'm listening.
and all of that stuff, do you think that Bugs Bunny isn't as ubiquitous as Mickey Mouse?
Yeah. Did you see the new Space Jam?
I did not because I have no
Yeah.
interest in LeBron James, but.
All right, me neither.
I mean,
Mhm.
it wasn't a indictment on Bugs Bunny or the Warner Brothers cartoons. It was more of like I don't want to see a movie with LeBron James.
What about Looney Tunes back in action?
I own that movie. It's over here.
I've never seen that one. Good.
Oh, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's fun, but I wouldn't call it good.
All
Mhm.
right, that's fair.
Although I did hear that Acme versus Coyote movie is finally going to see the light of day. The one that Will Forte directed or at least was in. Did he
Yeah.
direct that one, Jeremy?
I'm not sure on that. Yeah.
No, but he had to buy it, or some group had to come together and raise the money to buy it from whatever HBO tried to cancel it and can it all together because they were trying to write it off as a tax write-off. Which tells me that that Batgirl movie that they said they were canning and never gonna show will also see the light of day one of these days.
Oh yeah.
Movies tend to have a way of coming out eventually. Just like that Jerry Lewis movie is gonna come out one of these days.
Yep.
All right, anyway, so that was my number two. Jeremy?
All right. Let's see here. We'll go with let's say Quick Rabbit from
Okay.
Nestle Quick. Is a gateway drug for many children. Me down the road of many harder things later in life. But it all started with that quick buddy.
It's
Get
his
that
fault.
sugar rush. Yeah, he was like a crackhead. He busted into the kitchen and he's like, I'll make your day a little bit better. And he like sped around, got the kids all fucking hyped up. And I mean, it wasn't like it was just sugar, but still, it got me hyped up.
So So your estimation is that people go down the road of that pot isn't the gateway drug, it's the Nesquik bunny.
I think
It's
so.
okay, it's chocolate
Cause,
milk. Chocolate milk
cause
is the gateway.
Yeah, because his idea was that like it could always be enhanced, like and you could get a little bit crazy.
All
And
right, all right.
yeah.
I've never heard it put that way, but all
Oh
right, all right. We'll go with that. I'll buy it. I'm
All
in.
right. Oh
yeah.
man. Okay. Um, you guys took some off my normal list, so I'll drop down here to my honorable mentions. Oh, video game related. I kind of asked you about this, Nicholas. Yo Noid.
Oh.
It says it's a bunny. I was also looking that up.
Well, it says he was wearing a bunny outfit.
Super bunny men wear bunny outfits, and I counted
Yeah.
them.
Got it. All
That's
right.
that's
We
fair.
we can do whatever we want on this
That is true.
podcast.
That is, we don't have rules. We don't follow them, even if,
I what was it? Domino's?
yes.
I remember the commercials, not very well, obviously, because I couldn't remember which pizza chain it was. But I really liked playing the video game. I believe it was NES,
Sounds right.
and you would be the Noid, and you'd have to go around doing missions and fighting enemies with your salt and pepper shakers and your yo-yo.
I loved the Noid. They had like, I mean, that was back when commercials actually used to be fun, and like I'd be like, people were like, I mean, well, how? I mean, and what? Maybe we'll do one of these episodes, or we've probably talked about it before, but like the amount of TV commercials that became characters in video games, because you had Noid, you had Spot, you had the California Raisins, or commercial characters who got their own shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know. Nowadays, they just want to show us Flow 37 times in one episode,
right.
but yeah, no, they used to. I mean, I used to be like, you get hyped. Oh, it's the Noid commercial. Those little claymation,
Yeah.
Mm.
that
Or
is until that.
For Jeremy, it was the Nesquik bunny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you think of strawberry milk?
I actually like strawberry milk more than I like chocolate milk.
Gross.
Uh,
I don't like strawberry milk.
I mean, I haven't had it in a while. About two.
I want to
But
try the minty milk whenever I see it.
it's good. It's kind of like
I feel like it's like a melted shamrock shake.
yes, it's like a melted shamrock shake. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I liked buying the random different milks that Quick Trip would sell or sells. Like, because they had the pumpkin spice one. They had, I mean, which I know you
gross.
would never try. But they tend to have different flavors based on the season
Hmm.
of various the little jugs. They don't sell like full cartons of them, but
Yeah, usually like a pint is what I always see them
right.
as.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing it last year, but by one of the main entrances at State Fair, there was always that like milk booth.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was by
I
the
couldn't tell you the last time I went to State
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
It was
I know
by
what
the
you're talking
product,
about.
not the Wisconsin product pavilion, but the regular product pavilion where they have like the car shows and stuff. Like, so that entrance, there was a big white trailer, and you could buy like little glasses of milk for like $1, and it'd be like root beer or mint or chocolate or And
Hmm.
every year, my brother-in-law would go and buy, at least one, if not multiple.
Well, those
But
flavors are too bizarre for me.
All right,
Root beer
so
milk. I guess that could be good. Yeah, I could see it.
What was Laverne and Shirley? Pepsi and milk?
probably.
Ah.
Is that what she would do? She would mix it?
I think so, yeah. I think you're right. That sounds, now that you say that, like that wouldn't have been something I would have immediately been able to recall, but
Don't question
Full
my
Pepsi.
brain.
all right, my third one, Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Big fan of that movie. I remember going to see that in the theaters. I think it was it's a really funny movie. I watched it not too long ago. I was supposed to be doing an episode of 80s Flick where we were going to talk about it, but that episode keeps getting canceled. But I watched it and I was like, man, I remember this movie is really good. Like, considering it came out in what, 87, 88, like it's almost seamless the mix between live action and animation.
Hmm.
Like, highly recommend that movie. I mean, it's really funny as well. It's a lot
Yeah.
dirtier than I think you should have probably been taking a 10-year-old to see, but hey, that it was the 80s.
How do you feel about when that little shoe gets old?
You know, I now because I know it's gonna happen, like it's not as much, but like I think it was one of there's an episode I want to do and I haven't quite figured out how to break into it just yet, but there was um a whole genre of 80s movies that traumatize children. Like Atreyu and the Neverending Story.
Oh,
Um the shoe and Roger Rabbit and stuff like that. I just haven't figured out like how to break that episode, break into that episode just yet, but it's on the list.
sounds like it could be a bracket. What's more traumatizing?
That's oh, that's a fucked up bracket. All right, so that was my third one, Roger Rabbit.
Okay. I'm gonna say that just your standard chocolate bunny, but I like the hollow one, which is weird because it doesn't give you as much chocolate, but there's something really satisfying about biting into something hollow. I don't know why.
That's the
It gets
hollow
me
ones are
off. Well, there we go. There's something that gets me off.
the hollow ones are disappointing.
Uh,
They're easier to
yeah.
eat.
I like if they put like well, this is not a bunny, but the Wonder Balls with the prizes is always kind of cool. Know what's gonna be in there. But
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
think I've ever seen a hollow bunny with any side of
You
it.
know, it that is a market that I think they're deeply lacking on. They need to get in on that. I mean, Kinder does the little eggs,
have you had the Kinder
Yeah,
Hippos?
no.
the Kinder hippos.
Yeah, they're like little hippos that makes.
Are they like chocolate hippos?
There's chocolate and then hazelnut and then that wafer. Oh,
That sounds good.
amazing. But I don't think I ever had a Wonder Ball as a kid.
I think that I missed out on a lot of it because there was a fair amount of time where that kind of thing was banned in this
Yeah.
country,
Hmm.
the Wonder Ball and the Kinder Egg, because there was a belief that kids were too stupid and they would choke on the toy inside of the chocolate egg
Yeah.
What a bunch of
instead of
dipshits.
instead of realizing that like kids want the toy, they are going to eat around it. You know, they're not just going to throw the whole egg in their mouth.
Yeah.
Well, some might.
Eh.
I remember this has nothing to do with our topic, but those little prizes you were saying, like inside, like going up to the gas station and getting the ice cream bars that were the old, this would have been early 90s. They were the WWF ice cream bars.
Mm.
And then each ice cream stick had a different wrestler on it.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
you'd eat the ice cream, and then you'd reveal the stick. It'd be like Hulk Hogan, Jake the Snake.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh,
Treats were a lot of fun back in the day.
Well, cereal used to have a lot more fun toys in them, or baseball
Yeah,
cards, which were
yeah,
more fun than toys.
yeah,
but the popsicle sticks used to have like what riddles on them?
yeah.
Yes,
Jokes.
Jokes.
they might still do. I don't know. I haven't
Hmm,
eaten that kind of popsicle in a while, so
me either.
I remember.
you're of the three of us, you're the only one likely to have that kind of material in the house.
Doesn't need it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's move on to four. Right, that's what number we're on here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Nicholas's. Roger Rabbit, and I'm gonna say Jessica Rabbit.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, there might have been an awakening for a young child seeing that movie in the theater at the right age.
Yeah, I don't need to really go into many details.
Nope.
I think we all know.
She was on my honorable mention list. I couldn't quite put her on the regular
Hmm.
list because, well, she's
Uh,
not technically a rabbit. She's just married into the rabbit family.
Well, if you look at my list, not a rabbit, not a rabbit, not a rabbit, so it's fine.
All right, yeah.
I'm already in my honorable mentions because you guys have been
All right.
plucking them off my list.
All right, so for my fourth one, I've got Judy Hopps from Zootopia.
All right,
I
that's
I
the
like that
cop.
movie. Yeah, she's the cop. Like I like that movie. I think that whole world is fascinating to me. Like having just like these various different cities, worlds within the city for like the different ecosystems. Like I think it could be a really fascinating like series of where you have the different animals interacting. Like I don't know, I really enjoy it. I enjoy the movie. I think it's funny. I think it's
okay.
enjoyable.
Okay,
That
no arguments here.
nothing to do with her.
No, I'm not a weird freak like this one over here.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go with the classic Playboy bunny look.
That was that. There goes one off my honorable mentions.
Many times given away as prizes at carnivals, many times featured on mud flaps and hip tattoos for white trash women.
Was it weird
Um,
that it was given away at carnivals, especially like when we were kids?
Yes.
yeah, it was. Totally.
Yeah, I would imagine they still do. Like the little mirrors that have like the Playboy Bunny
Yeah.
logo. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I don't know. I didn't know they still would do that.
I've got to imagine they still do. I don't know. I don't go to the fair as often anymore, and if
Ugh.
I do, I tend to avoid that section. So,
Yeah, especially because you have to pay to get into the fair now.
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to just walk in to go get like a funnel cake. I'm starting to think, Nicholas, that I'm the one with diabetes. Not you. It's got to be me.
Yeah, but I'm the one that has to take the pills every day. So,
Oh, all right. Any more you want to go on with this topic?
I guess not. You could even cut out that comment Ash people.
He
That
could,
was crossing the line.
but he,
But
but he,
that's
pro-
true.
but he probably won't.
yeah, you're
That's
right.
I don't cut it out, but I just want to clarify. I feel semi bad about saying it, but I mean it's true. Is it
Yeah,
not?
you tend not to see the Playboy Bunny logo on people who are
Higher
high.
class.
Yeah, you don't see.
Well educated.
Yeah, I mean, you might see some of them in Playboy, but you don't tend to see them sporting
Yeah,
the tattoo.
that's true. Yeah. But hey, it's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll still. I mean, I'm just low class, so I can say it. All
Yeah.
right, let's move on.
All right.
All right. Pick through my honorable mentions here. I'm gonna go with Mr. Floppy.
Mr. Floppy.
Anybody? Based on how it
Oh,
looks.
I thought that was something else.
it was that 90s TV show that was the ripoff of Married with Children, right?
Unhappily ever
Yeah,
after.
Unhappily Ever After. Yeah, Mr. Floppy. Dang it, I
Yes.
can't believe I missed him on my list. He was,
What?
Voiced by Bobcat Goldwig.
yes.
What?
Oh,
Uh,
it was such a good show. I don't know why you can't find it. I don't know why it's not on Netflix or on Hulu or
I
so
can't I
it
can't think of that actress's name.
Nikki Cox.
That's the one.
Yeah, so the father would go into the basement and talk to his, I don't, was he imaginary or was he
It
alive?
was a stuffed animal.
It was a stuffed animal rabbit, and the rabbit was voiced by Bobcat Goldthwait. So he said some just like horrible, reprehensible stuff. Remembering, of course, this was on like Fox or NBC, or so it wasn't that
The
bad.
WB.
Okay, the WB. So they could get away with a little bit more, but not much. The daughter was Nikki Cox. He had a daughter, a son, and a wife, and like he was just,
The son was from Malcolm in the Middle. Justin Burfield.
oh, okay, all right. Yeah, it was this really bizarre sitcom that like you couldn't believe they were getting away with, but that was in the super experimental early days of WB, kind of like the super experimental early days of Fox when they had Herman's Head and
Mm.
Get a Life. Like WB was when they showed one of Justin's favorite shows, the Mullets, or
Yeah.
Yeah, what,
Homeboys in
Shasta
where, yeah,
Nasty.
yeah,
Shasta
Shasta,
McNasty.
Homeboys in Space. Yeah, that was but I can't believe I every so often I'll remember that show because I remember just it was hilarious. But
Yeah,
Huh.
it ran from 95 to 99. I don't know if you can find it anywhere. Probably not.
it is not streaming anywhere according to Just Watch.
Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah, every once in a while I'll think of that. Like when I hear the song Hit the Road Jack, because I believe that was their theme song,
yeah,
because the dad's name was Jack.
Hmm.
I'll hear that song and I'll think of that show.
but yeah. It was such a weird show, and I was I don't know. Maybe one of these days some streaming service will pick it up, but I'm probably sure that people would be mad about that kind of show these days. So
I wonder if it's on like YouTube, you can find episodes of it.
oh, I bet you because Just Watch doesn't tell me when it's just on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a
See if
great
I can
show.
find it.
Yeah.
Can't believe we've never talked about that show on on one of these episodes. Ah, all right. Well, maybe we can start a campaign to get it brought back.
But yeah, just at least streaming on something.
I mean, everything. I don't know. It's really weird that things just can't be streaming somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess for my last one of my top five anyway, I'm gonna go the Trix Rabbit.
Nice.
Classic.
You've got just Trix is tricks are silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
Did you ever
But
feel
yeah,
bad for him?
nah. I mean, I feel like he always got the tricks anyway.
That's, you figured it out.
Yeah.
So you got any honorable mentions, Jeremy?
Well, there's the man himself, the big guy, the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Greg the Bunny, even though I never, but
Oh, that was a good show.
Bad Bunny. Uh, there's that one bunny rabbit that we talked about like a few episodes ago. It's like that like weird musical artist.
Oh yeah.
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 I guess that's probably it. I mean, there's probably so many more, but I don't get.
I wrote down Lola Bunny,
Okay.
giving a shout out to Bugs. Gotta give a shout out to Lola. Frank the Bunny from
Oh
Donnie
yeah.
Darko.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like when sometimes Nicholas's face goes, what? And then I put Classic Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh,
Okay.
the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I put that one in a section that I have here for notable rabbits. Because I mean, obviously Alice in Wonderland, but it was also used in that Jefferson Airplane song, and it was used in The Matrix. Like the White Rabbit has become kind of a ubiquitous, like you know, go down the rabbit hole. People tend to think of the White Rabbit.
Yeah, I think that's it for what I have down for
All right,
honorables here.
I got Snowball from The Secret Life of Pets, voiced by Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Um, the Energizer Bunny, and then the Cadbury Bunny.
Yeah.
Is that's one of those
What
commercials
about the
that?
Cadbury Lion? I like that one from that commercial.
Oh yeah.
Good one.
So, I have a few of the notable ones. They didn't make either of my like favorite list, but just rabbits I felt like we should bring up in case nobody other did. You have Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which was actually Walt Disney's first. I don't know if it was his first character or his first successful character. Mickey Mouse obviously kind of built Disney, but like he didn't get to Mickey before he got to, without getting Oswald first.
Hmm.
So that's
So,
public domain.
Probably at this point.
Oswald case.
There's this weird movie that my dad really likes called Harvey. It's a
Oh,
Jimmy Stewart movie. It's a black and white movie where Jimmy Stewart is a guy who has a 6'3" invisible rabbit friend. And
my
like
mom
you,
liked that movie too.
yeah, like you never knew like if he like the whole movie like is Jimmy Stewart crazy or does he actually have and then I think at the end of the movie like something happens you're like wait the rabbit was real like
Hmm.
Huh.
but like yeah I just remember like that was my dad really liked that movie for some reason. And then
Okay.
let's see, there was Peter Rabbit from the Beatrix Potter books. And
Peter
then
Rabbit and Peter Cottontail, the same person.
I don't think so.
All right, well, let's throw Peter Cottontail there.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then there was
Probably.
the Velveteen Rabbit, that really depressing children's book story play.
What
So
happens in
those are all
that?
the ones that I had on my list. So
Let me see
any
what else.
other pop?
What about the movie Hop? Have you seen that one?
Oh, the one where Russell Brand is the Easter Bunny's son.
No.
Well, the Easter Bunny's son is voiced by Russell Brand.
Oh, is it the one with the guy from Sonic?
John Marston.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I haven't seen that one. I don't know if it's any good.
Um, it's okay.
All right. It exists.
It exists, yeah.
Uh, it
Like
exists.
he doesn't want to become the Easter Bunny, he wants to become a rock star.
Hmm.
And so he leaves Easter Bunny Island to I don't know, it's weird.
Aw.
Maybe it's because Russell Brand's the voice. I didn't watch it.
That has a lot to do with why I don't think I like it too much.
Not a fan.
No. But it never caught on for like the Easter movies like, Christmas movies did. They tried. There was a group that was like, we're gonna make Easter movies, and it didn't catch.
Hmm. Okay.
Any other rabbits that we can think of?
Bunnicula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All
I never
right.
read it, but it was around back in the day. I saw it a lot. The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Did someone
Oh
say that
yeah.
yet?
I think I saw that one. That's that Wallace and Gromit
Wallace
one.
and Gromit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think I went and saw it. Did I see that one? I can't remember. I know I've seen a lot of the Wallace and Gromit stuff. It's hard for me to remember
Did you
exactly what.
watch the new one that I
No, I haven't seen the new one yet.
brought up earlier? All right.
Um, I've got one more in me.
All right, one more.
One more.
Bring it home.
The fuck, I had it. Never mind. I'm sorry. I don't have
Oh,
it. I'm sorry.
The
I'm
anticipation.
sorry. I had it, but now I don't have it anymore.
all right. All right then, I guess let's just wrap it up here in the last couple of minutes with did anybody watch anything in the last week we want to talk about?
I think I caught up on Daredevil.
Okay. I think I'm an episode behind now. I did catch up on a lot, but
I think unless they had another episode come out that I don't remember. I don't know.
I didn't watch this week's episode. Like last Saturday or Sunday, I watched everything up until
I would ask what the last thing you watched is, but I don't want Jeremy. Jeremy, are you going to watch this eventually?
Eventually,
All right.
but you can talk about it if you get.
I don't remember what the last thing. What's the last thing you saw?
a very shocking character's end.
Mm,
A character that
Ah,
we just met.
yes.
So
All right. And then I've still been plugging away on my Arrowverse. Not sure I'm going to get through it by the end of the year, as we are halfway almost through April. I'm on 133 of what did I say? There's
like
830
800,
something.
yeah. Let's say you're gonna have to pick
Um,
it up a lot if you're gonna make it by the end of the year.
yeah, I just got to the point where they're starting to introduce the characters that'll be in Legends of Tomorrow.
Okay.
So, a couple episodes away from Legends of Tomorrow, where I'm going to have to jump between Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. Someone should just make it one website that has everything in order, so I don't have to jump between shows. That takes the most time.
Yeah.
That would require probably you to do that.
I got the list. Why can't, if here's the whole list, why can't someone just put it on one of the streaming services?
That
I
would
don't
be
know. That would be
nice.
nice, wouldn't it?
Come on,
Just
Max.
all right. What did I watch this week? Um, I watched a movie that was super weird and a lot of fun called Invisible Raptor.
No.
So the government decided to make a raptor, and because apparently why not? They also decided to make it invisible. So of course
As you do.
of course it escaped and got in and started killing a whole bunch of people. And of course, only the one discredited scientist who worked at a dinosaur themed theme park was able to figure out what was going on, and it was able to save the town. It was so. I mean, it's. I mean, clearly from the name and from the description I just gave you, it's not an Oscar-winning movie.
It sounds like an asylum movie.
It's very much in. I don't think Asylum did it, but it's very much in that vein of like it's a lot of fun. It's not good, but it's fun.
All right.
And then I just watch my normal stuff, trying to catch up on Top Chef.
Is that
So
tournament thing going on still?
yeah, yeah, they're up to like the final eight now, I think. There's a couple big shocking losses that I was surprised by.
I'm pretty far behind on that.
So
All
yeah.
right.
So yeah, anybody got anything they're looking forward to or
Jeremy, what'd
anything?
you watch?
Oh, I've been still watching Ted Lasso.
Oh
I'm
yeah, that's
almost, yeah, I'm almost done actually. I got to like the end of the third. I'm like 4 episodes away, and
okay.
I've been
And
like
then
really
and then
into
and
it.
then on to Schmigadoon.
Sure. Is
Yeah.
that on Apple?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I want to watch Shrinking too.
Yeah, that's on the list of things. One of these days I'll get around to it.
I figured I'll start watching that since I did pay the $10. My trial didn't I didn't fit everything in that I wanted, so I've at least got it for a month. So yeah, thanks for the recommendation. I really do enjoy that show a lot. I think it's awesome.
I figured that Jason Sudeikis' character would speak to you. That seemed like the kind of thing. I enjoy Mythic Quest if you have time to fit that in.
All right. Yeah.
It's Rob McElhenney from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
It's a weird show, but it's I enjoy it.
I'll check it out.
All right. I've seen a couple episodes of that show.
It's about a video game company that created like a World of Warcraft style game and is run by a bunch of just weird people.
Hmm.
So, all right, anything else?
Don't think so.
Not.
Okay. Well, that's this has been a fun, really weird episode. Glad we got the energy up, but sorry about the way we started. But
Energizer Bunny came in about halfway through.
right on. So I guess I don't know if I can end the episode how we normally do. I feel like I have to say, little Hershey, I'm glad you were with me for 10 years. I hope I did well right by you. I'm gonna miss you, bud.
Comic books have been around for almost a century, and in the last 2 decades, we've finally gotten to see many of these characters brought to life in movies and on TV. On the Moving Panels podcast, we discuss movies and TV shows based on, inspired by, and adapted from the world of comic books. Join me and my guests as we discuss both the good and the bad from Marvel, DC, and even some of the lesser-known comic book companies. Learn what is and isn't from the comics, as well as our nerdy review of the movie or show. New episodes drop every Monday, and you can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. So join us for Moving Panels, and I'll see you on the other side of the page.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and listen to the 80s Flick Flashback podcast once in a while, you could miss it. Do you love movies of a certain age? Do you miss the days of VHS tapes, VCRs, and the video rental stores? Does the thought of another 80s movie being remade seem inconceivable? My name is Tim Williams. I'm the creator and host of the 80s Flick Flashback podcast. On each episode, I'm joined by guest co-hosts to discuss one of the many movies released in the 1980s. We share our first-time watch memories, our favorite scenes, and even learn some behind-the-scenes stories about the cast and crew along the way. New episodes are released every other Friday on your favorite podcasting platform. So make like a tree, get out of here, and go listen to an excellent episode of the 80s Flick Flashback podcast. The ad is over. Go home. Go.